Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless collective love reading for my twin flames. Today, I am going to ask my spirit guides, what is going on around you with your twin? What are their intentions? What are their feelings? Any messages that we have around this connection? So let's get started. This is for any sign and any sign of the person that you may be thinking of. So let's call on our spirit guide. Spirit, I ask you to guide me with some loving messages. What is it that you need me to know? What is it that you need me to hear at this time? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have, everybody. I have longing. I'm missing you. Let's talk. A reunion. Okay, some of you could be in a temporary holding pattern with your twin. Definitely always like let's talk. We like reunion if that's something that you would like. We always like missing you. So somebody's thinking of you right out of the gate. I have lust, greed by any means necessary and inconsiderate. So we want to make sure that this connection is respectful, that this person isn't taking advantage of you, or you didn't ever feel like they're using you, or they come back just for one thing. And it doesn't even have to be physical. It could be they keep coming back because they need money. They need somebody to help them bail them out. They need somebody to help them put their life back together over and over again. So, you know, it could be they're greedy with their taking your energy. You know, it's... you know, they're a vampire, you know, an energy vampire, you know. I mean, that's always the hardest part. It's like, I love you and I know that we're connected, but you can't zap my energy. You can't come back to me and keep draining me. And a lot of times you feel that way with your twin. It's like you're supposed to be motivating me. You're supposed to be supporting me. You're supposed to be lifting me up. I have today, good vibes now and in the moment. A little bit of a truce feeling just came into me, that some of the things that we've been struggling with, maybe we should go back to just seeing what's right in front of us just for today, because we could be having a hard time with putting too much demand on this particular connection about where we're going and our future and how that's all going to work. And maybe we're just thinking too far ahead. You know, I mean, we all want to kind of know where we stand. I get that. But maybe we're putting too much effort on that instead of just letting it happen and unfold. And maybe we need to take a step back and kind of stay in the day, you know. But this feeling of I can't make any promises is coming into me. So somebody who, and that could be what you're struggling with, that they're not making any promises and I don't know where I stand. Masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure. So it came into me a little bit as leading with that masculine energy, and maybe it's too controlling, like don't tell me what to do, or my way or the highway, which would be, you know, something that you would walk away from. But it was a little bit of this masculine energy having a hard time with, I guess that decisions have to be made between two people. And maybe they're used to making decisions just for themselves. And now there's two people here. Spirit, can I start to have some feelings, please? My heart was hurt too much in the past. There's a feeling of truce, and there's a feeling of, can we just stay in the day? Like, I feel like that's a conversation. Like, can we just like enjoy today and not think about where we're going to be in 10 years from now? I feel like somebody is just asking you that over and over again. I wish we could just start over. Okay, we can. I want to tell you the truth. That feels important to me. I feel that I have, they're saying a bombshell. So I've got to get something out. They're saying a bombshell. And I don't know what the bombshell is. Maybe we've already gone through the bombshell and it wasn't good, but now we got to get to the heart of the matter. We've got to get to, why did you say that? Why did you drop that? Why is this coming up now? So maybe there's something like big time that happened, and we've got to get to the heart of that. You're the only person who makes me feel alive. Twins have a tendency to do that. Like once you've been with your twin, it's really hard to be with anybody else. It really is. I know that. I'm focusing on work because I'm trying to forget you. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I feel like you're consuming their mind and they're having a hard time thinking about anything else. So maybe they're having a hard time just focusing on work. Maybe they're having a hard time just wondering, you know, like, where do we go from here? Energy is coming into me. Let me go to a deck of cards. Let me see what my cards are saying for a minute. Spirit, please share with me. What is this bombshell? I have a Chariot. I have a Lover's card. I have a King of Pentacles. And I have a Two of Pentacles. I have to tell you, whatever the bombshell was, the other side of it looks pretty good, because I'm feeling like this person is now realizing that they really are in love with you and that they don't want to lose you. They want this to keep going. So whatever has happened, they don't want this to destroy this connection. So there is a sense of it's only you. They're throwing themselves into work. I get that. But at the same time, they're trying to make a decision. And I feel like the decision is, we can get over this, or I really do love this person, because otherwise, why would they be consuming my mind all the time? Why would I be struggling so hard with this? But does the fear of losing somebody forever, is that enough for somebody's mind to finally connect to, oh my God, I'm in love with this person? Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's what it takes. I mean, you know, I don't get it, but sometimes it takes like a light bulb to go off and they go, oh my God, I'm in love with this person. I can't lose this person. That panic comes in, the fear comes in. You know, it's just, I'm going to say panic and fear. You know, it's very fear driven. And all of a sudden it's like, you know, boom, you know, like an epiphany. I have a Two of Cups. Yeah, I got to tell you, whatever happened with the bombshell, and whatever is going on here with, I want to tell you the truth. I think the truth is that I have realized I'm in love with you. Maybe they've never told you before. Maybe they haven't told you in a long time. Or maybe you thought that this was over forever, or we're headed in the direction of it being over. But I'm going to say it's almost a King of Swords. Yeah, I have to tell you that it's almost a very fast, it came into me as like a sudden change of mind. Okay, that they got out there maybe on their own for a couple of days. I don't even know how long it's been, but let's just say it's a short period of time, and they're out there on their own. They're like, I don't like this. And maybe they said something like, I need space, I need time. And then it's like a 180 real fast. And they say, I'm not doing this. I'm going back. I want what I had. It's very, very quick turnaround. It's a very quick change of mind. Okay. That's how, Yeah, it's a sudden change of mind. And this King of Swords comes in and says, I definitely need to talk to you. I have something to say. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles and the Star. This just came into me as you're the one I want to build my life around. That hasn't changed. So I feel like they had already made up their mind that they were committed to building a life around you. And so that part hasn't changed. They don't want anything else, they're saying. Maybe the fear was they want to be with somebody else, or that something had happened, you know, somebody interfering in this connection, or they were talking to somebody else, or something was found out. But I think this sudden change is more of a them realizing their feelings. I'm going to say it that way. A happy ending. Okay. Feeling skeptical of happy endings and distrusts fairy tale promises. Believes reality is far from the fairy tale and feels disillusions. Questions the promises that seem too perfect. So the person that says to you, I can't make a promise about happily ever after. I need to stay in the day. That's what they're struggling with. They either love to be with you in this moment, but they can't see where they're going to be in 25 years. They don't know if they're going to be dead or alive. It's probably how they talk. Like, I don't know where I'm going to be. So they have a hard time with believing that people are happy all the time, or that we could be really happy. So I don't know. You know, they stay in reality, I guess, as much as they can. I have a twin flame, the number 23. Souls maturing separately to bring deeper wisdom upon reunion. We're maturing. Okay. Growing in parallel dimensions, destined to intersect again. Evolving separately and becoming whole individually. So definitely both of these souls are gaining new knowledge, gaining new wisdom for whatever period of time that maybe you are disconnected. If you're disconnected right now, you might just feel like we're not as emotionally connected. You could still be in a relationship with this person, but maybe I'm not as close to them as I would like right now. But I'm gaining knowledge. I'm gaining more information. I'm learning. I'm growing. And that's what twin flames have to do. They have to keep learning, and then they come back together. They learn, they go away, they learn lessons, and then they come back. So we're doing that. Successful. The sense of feeling rich, you know, maybe that's something that's really important to them. And maybe it's been interfering in this connection. You're working all the time. That's all you talk about. Your work is more important than me. You don't make any time for me. Seeks validation through fame and feels unstable. The spotlight is ethereal and brings only monetary joy. Material abundance leads to spiritual scarcity. So they could always feel like there's never enough, that no matter how hard they work, they just can't get their arms around what they think that they should have, or I'm not at the place where I should be at this time in my life. So that's something that they could be struggling with, you know, just financial fears, fears of abundance, you know, just that's something they have to work on. It might have nothing to do with you. Spirit, please share with me, but it could be interfering in this connection. That's something that they have to, you know, they're obsessed over how much money they're making or not making. Rambling Rose, growing apart and getting some space to think. I needed time to think. I needed time to grow. A celebration, taking time to appreciate the good things. Happier days, spending days together. I guess I want to look at the good there. I want to remember the good. I want to be happy with, you know, when we are together. It's still exciting. Twin flames are exciting. I want to be with you more than anybody. Tenderness, having a gentle spirit and being able to care deeply. You're the real deal, and we are a good match. So admitting that my feelings for you are real. And Spirit saying, I'm also going to admit that I have to work on other things. I'm also going to admit that I've got my own stuff to work on. And maybe you'll admit that you have your own stuff to work on. Nothing's easy. I have a divine match. Gorgeous. Following your destiny and a love that's meant to be. Soulmate and twin flame. I want to hold you in my arms. That is beautiful. It's a divine match. Match made in heaven. And I can't deny it. I feel like that's what's happened. This whole sudden shift, of energy that says, I've changed my mind. I don't really want to be out here by myself. I want to make this work. Hidden desires. There's someone else or fantasy that's unfulfilled. I don't know. Some of you, yes, there could have been a third party. There could have been thoughts of someone else, but I'm the way that they're coming back to you so quickly, or their thoughts are coming back to you so quickly. Is it just a fantasy? It could be just a fantasy. Like, if I wasn't with you, what would I be doing? I'm single. I don't know. I'm not feeling that today as much. Embracing change. Through challenges, true connections can flourish. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this, is how that just came into me. You know, this feeling of, it may be difficult today, but it's not going to be difficult forever. Spirit, can I have some loving messages? I'd rather go at my own pace. Okay, so they could be slowing this thing down. You guys can decide at whatever pace is going to work for the two of you. Okay, you're not going to wait around for them either. You're not going to be like just held emotionally hostage by them, but whatever pace is going to work. Give me back my heart. I know you don't care. So maybe there was a point where they threw something in your face and said, you don't really love me. You know, those kinds of words are hurtful. You know, you don't show me you love me. You don't love me. You know, something like that. You made me believe that we were meant to be. So definitely feelings of, you said some things that I'm having a hard time getting over, probably on both sides. Finish what you started. You know, you started telling me something before you walked out the door, and then you didn't finish what you were thinking. You just kind of walked away and just left me hanging. Or we have, you never gave me closure. You never gave me any answers or reason. You didn't, what did they say earlier? You didn't tell me the truth, right? I want to tell you the truth. Return to me. Return to me, my love. I fantasize about growing old with you. Right now, it's a feeling of a change, a sudden shift. I'm going to go with that. I feel a complete 180. I feel like they got out there. They don't like it out there. They're throwing themselves into work, which is great, fine. But they don't like not being with you. And is it an epiphany? Probably. It's a shame that we have to have space between us in order for us to realize our feelings, but that's exactly what's happening in this reading. It's they're feeling the pain, they're feeling the hurt. But whatever you guys went through, whatever this bombshell was, I guess we're gonna get over it. I also want to be careful with this feeling of, you know, you were zapping my energy. You're taking all my energy. You have to give. You can't just take. So that was a concern of mine. So that's something we have to work on. And if you're coming back, you've got to be brutally honest with me. And they said, I want to tell you the truth. So something is about to spill. We're going to put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Please hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, claim it, own it. It's yours. Comment below. Let me know your story. I love to hear your stories if it connects to you. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolin.psychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other channels, my main channel and my pick a card channel. The links are in the description and in the comments. I hope you have a great day. We'll put this out into the universe, but I feel this is circling back around, and I feel like they're changing their mind in a nanosecond, and it's an epiphany. Is all I can say. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.